This summer, I learned how to fish for pike from our great friends, and I've developed a great recipe to turn this pike into a delicious fish balls. If you like this idea, keep watching. Hi, my name is Esti from Esti in Sweden. I'm a calm, practical prepper located in North Sweden. My inspiration from food comes from the nature. When subscribing, don't forget to put the notification bell on so you won't miss my next video. We are on our way to our friends Østen and Harriet to learn how to fish today. Harriet, the woman to the left, is our friend Østen's wife. She is no ordinary fisherwoman, but a professional one, and she has won many contests. And today, she showed us how to fish the right way. Instead of using fake bait or worms, we are using live fish. Just before we go on a real fishing trip, we try to fish some small fish. This is some perch, and they didn't want it. They throw it back to the water. What they want is what they call the mud. Mud is a fishing fish, small, really small in size, that is often used as a bait. Fishing in a lake can be really tricky, so having a navigator can be really useful. Some preparation needed to be done in advance, like a pail of water. Now we are time to head off to the lake into the deeper water with a float. This lake is located in Nordsjö, a countryside inland in North Sweden. It's known to be plenty of fish here. Look, by the first cast, we already got one pike. And here is how we hook the bait. I think that is the most easiest way to get bigger fish, like pike for example. In fact, we caught a few of these, but because the size is not so big, we put it back to the water. And finally, we got this quite nice size, so we decided to keep it. We were treated on a lunch on a float. We felt so pampered and lucky from the beautiful weather and great companies. If you ever visit Nordsjö camping, I think you should come and have a lunch on the float. The experience is exclusive and so relaxing. And I really enjoy this trip very much. And when we get back to the cabin, we set up a fire and barbecue some sausages. At around evening, it's time to say goodbye, and our friend insists that we take all the fish back home. But first, we need to kill all of them. The Swedes don't fancy pike, but I love it because I find the meat is so tough and it's perfect for making fish balls. So when I got home, I fillet it right away. And because there are plenty of bone in this fish, the best way to fillet it is by using an ice cream scoop. Finally, after 10 to 15 minutes, I managed to get all the fish meat out. So these are all the ingredients you need for making this delicious fish balls. I start off by removing the back stems from the leaf and use a scissors and cut them finely. Next, I cut the lemon glasses into smaller pieces. By doing this, it will make it much easier to grind them into a smooth paste later. Next, I'm gonna cut the chili. I'm using 2 small chili padi. If you find this is too spicy, you can stick on to the big chili pepper. I also removed the seeds of the chili padi so that it is not so spicy. And when all the ingredients are being chopped up into smaller pieces, it's time to blend them with the blender. You can also add some oil or water so that it is easier to get this smooth paste. Next, let's blend the fish meat into a more fine texture. Add an egg and the rest of the seasoning. And you have trouble mixing it well, stop the machine and use a spoon to stir it. I prefer the texture to be slightly rough so that I could feel the toughness from the fish. Now, add the spice mixture and not forgetting the fish sauce and the sesame seed oil. And lastly, some potato flour to bind everything together. I like this more spicy, so I'm gonna add some chili powder. You can let the paste rest in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Now, here's the fun part. Make sure you wet your hand, then it is much easier to handle, otherwise the paste will get really sticky. You notice I smacked the fish cake from one hand to the other. The reason for doing that is to get rid of all the air that is trapped in the meat itself. By doing that, your fish cake will be very chewy and bouncy. You can shape the fish ball the way you like it. For me, I prefer a little bit oval and elongated. Now, I'm going to coat each fish ball with some corn flour so that it will give this fish cake a crispy finishing when frying. I like to do them all together, and when they are ready, it's time to heat up a pan with some oil and fry this for at least 4 to 5 minutes. And when they turn golden brown and crispy, it's time to pick it up and put them on a kitchen towel. And since I have so many fish balls, I'm going to fry them in 2-3 different batches. And look at this. It is bouncy, full of flavors, and so delicious. I hope you too could give this a try. And if you do, send me a comment and let me know how yours turns out. And for more spiciness, I like to serve this with my spicy sauce. And if you like to add some sweetness, you can also add some sweet chili sauce. In Singapore, we used to eat this like a snack. Not only healthy, and it's so delicious. And this is how I like to eat this. I usually like to dip them in the sauce or just pour them over. Yum. Let's have a bite. This is so yummy and delicious. I wish you were here so that I could share this with you. I believe you can make this with any kind of fish, as long as they are tough, like pike. And you know what? I actually add this as breakfast with some congee and some fried egg. And of course, not forgetting my pickled masutake. In my next video, I'm going to show you and share with you some of my personal experience motorcycling here in North Sweden. and also some really interesting road trip experience. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you will not miss my new videos. Until then, take care and I'll see you in my next. Bye.